Okay, here we are. I'm looking at making a composting area. We've had this old composting tumbler for years, and we haven't done much with it. But recently I've started researching composting, and I'm thinking we're gonna have a multi-bin setup and still use the tumbler for kitchen scraps and other things when they first come out of the house. But ultimately, been watching a lot of YouTube videos on these compost areas where you build them with old pallets. I spent the morning driving around my local area looking for places that would give me pallets. They're surprisingly hard to get because I went to Tractor Supply and then Home Depot. They give them back to their supplier, so they don't want to give you the good ones. So some of these are a little beat up. This is my best pallet I got from Tractor Supply. So I'm gonna make sure that one's visible from the house just so it looks good for people viewing from the house, which is back that way. I'll probably put it on this side, we'll see. And again, I'll just wanted to do a before video. I cleared out all this brush. This was all brush here. There it is, a big pile that could be a good start for some greens and browns for the compost pile. I'm thinking about already getting a shredder, one of those small ones to shred stuff like this to get started on the compost, but we'll see. Okay, here's what we got for a finished product of building the compost area with a couple compost bins and the existing compost tumbler that we already had, been sitting in our woods doing nothing. Main compost bin that I've started. Right now just have it with some leaves and grass and some cardboard in there. Cardboard lining the inside like I've seen on YouTube, specifically Charles Dowding's YouTube channel at Homemakers. Supposed to keep the heat in once you build up a little more of a compost pile, help it compost better. This front half door is a half a pallet, obviously, I found at Tractor Supply. Didn't have to cut it myself, so it works perfect for the first bin to be able to more easily put materials in, but it can slide away. It's not attached to anything. So when I'm ready, I could slide over the full pallet. This isn't attached either. I'll probably get a hook or something just to keep it from falling over, but right now it stays in place. And the second bin is obviously for when you want to toss your heap and aerate it a little bit to the second bin and start a new bin. So we'll see if we can make it work with 2 bins. I know a lot of the YouTubers say you need 3 bins or even more, but we're gonna start with 2 with our little operation here and just see if I can stick to it. Do some composting until the winter hits and then start back up in the spring. So one thing I forgot to mention, you might have noticed, the base. Might wonder what this is. I had some railroad ties just kicking around when we bought the house. They were here as part of the garden. So those are pretty thick. They help with having a lip on the front, but I could easily roll those out of the way if I need to. It just helps to add a little structure. So I put the railroad tie, one in the front, which is 8 feet long. Then I also had another one for the back, which is 12 feet long. I just figured it would help me shape the ground a little better. Some rocks around the tumbler here. You don't obviously need those railroad ties. Most people on YouTube, you'll see the pallets are right on the ground, just like my pallet is right on the ground there. So if you're wondering what that was in the video, I just wanted to explain. That's the setup. It's been a fun little project for this weekend and just something new. We'll see how it goes. I'll keep you updated. Thanks a lot, guys.